What if everything you know about getting organized is backwards? Imagine a life where your home isn't filled with things you might need someday, but only the things that truly serve you right now. Sounds impossible in today's world? Not for the Amish. Today on Rustic Plantry, we're diving into the smartest, most peaceful way to declutter your life by flipping the script completely. Welcome to the world of decluttering backwards. In today's fast-paced, consumer-driven world, the word declutter has become a buzzword, often associated with expensive storage solutions, trendy minimalism, and color-coded bins. But what if we've been approaching organization entirely the wrong way? What if the smartest, fastest, and most effective method to get organized was not to follow the usual steps, but to reverse them? That's the idea behind decluttering backwards, a revolutionary approach inspired not by modern trends, but by the time-tested simplicity of the Amish lifestyle. Rather than starting with what should I get rid of, this approach begins with what do I truly need, and builds from there. A fundamental shift that can transform your home, your mind, and your entire life. The Amish community is known for its humble, minimalist lifestyle, a life rooted in simplicity, utility, and intention. They don't use electricity in the conventional way, avoid modern gadgets, and live without the clutter of digital distractions. Their homes are functional, clean, and organized not because they spend hours rearranging clutter, but because they simply don't allow unnecessary items into their lives in the first place. This approach to life offers a powerful lesson in organization. The best way to stay organized is to avoid disorganization from start. And that is precisely what decluttering backwards is all about, starting with purpose and letting that purpose guide every object you own. Traditional decluttering advice often begins with the surface. Take everything out of a drawer, sort it, and put back only what sparks joy. While this can be helpful in some cases, it can also be overwhelming, emotional, and even counterproductive. You can end up shuffling clutter around, storing it in new containers, or holding on to items for sentimental reasons without ever truly creating a space that reflects your needs. The Amish don't have this problem because their relationship with material possessions is not emotional or trend-based. They own what they need, use what they own, and value functionality over fashion. Their mindset is the key to the backward decluttering method. Decluttering backwards means starting from a place of stillness. Instead of jumping into action and pulling everything out, you first pause and ask, what do I need to function well in this space? Take the kitchen, for example. Instead of emptying your cupboards, imagine you are an Amish homemaker. You'd only keep the pots, utensils, and tools essential for daily life. No gimmicky gadgets, no appliances gathering dust. You then build your space around those essentials, letting everything else go. This reverse method isn't just about reducing, it's about redefining. It forces you to clarify your values and habits before touching a single item. One of the most compelling reasons to adopt this approach is that it removes decision fatigue. When you declutter the conventional way, you're forced to make hundreds of tiny decisions. Do I need this? When did I last use it? What if I need it someday? It's exhausting. But when you flip the process, choosing only what's necessary first, you shift from reactive decision-making to proactive curation. This is exactly how the Amish maintain calm and order in their lives. They don't need to declutter because their possessions are filtered through a tight lens of usefulness, tradition, and purpose before ever entering their homes. Another important aspect of the Amish-inspired backward decluttering method is the spiritual and emotional clarity it brings. The Amish believe that too many possessions distract from what truly matters: faith, family, community, and hard work. When we declutter backwards, we too begin to realize how much of our clutter is not just physical, but mental and emotional. Each unnecessary item represents a delayed decision, a false obligation, or distraction from our goals. As you slowly remove everything that doesn't serve your deeper purpose, you create space, both literal and metaphorical, for peace, productivity, and fulfillment. The Amish lifestyle also teaches us something vital about time. Because they live without the convenience of most modern technology, they are deeply intentional about how they spend each day. Likewise, backward decluttering encourages a more mindful approach to time and space. When your home isn't filled with unused possessions, cleaning becomes easier, focus increases, and time is freed up for more meaningful activities. It becomes easier to cook, rest, create, and connect with others. In essence, the way you organize your space directly influences the way you organize your life. And the Amish show us that less truly is more. Critics may argue that adopting an Amish mindset in a modern world is impractical. After all, we rely on technology, we work demanding jobs, and our lives are layered with complexity. But the backward decluttering method doesn't require you to give up modern conveniences. It simply asks you to become more intentional with them. You don't have to throw away your laptop or smartphone. Instead, you ask, is this helping me live the life I want? If the answer is yes, it stays. If not, it goes. It's a method that works in both rural Amish homes and urban apartments because it's based on clarity of purpose, not circumstances. Implementing this method in your own life can begin with just one room. Choose a space, your bathroom, bedroom, or home office, and rather than emptying it all out, ask, what do I absolutely need to function well here? Bring those items to the center. Let everything else sit in the background. Gradually, you'll notice that much of what you own is not essential, not helpful, and not even wanted. From this quiet center, you can begin to let go with far more ease. The process is calmer, more sustainable, and in many ways, more empowering than traditional decluttering techniques. In a world obsessed with consumption and overwhelmed by clutter, perhaps it's time to take a step back, or rather, a step backwards. The Amish, without intending to be trendy, have modeled a lifestyle that many are now craving. Simple, peaceful, and organized. Decluttering backwards isn't just a clever trick. It's a philosophy rooted in purpose and practicality. By starting with what truly matters and letting that guide our spaces, we don't just tidy up, we transform. So yes, decluttering backwards? Absolutely, yes please. If this idea stirred something in you, maybe it's time to rethink the way you're living. Start small. Start with purpose. And most of all, start where it matters. At Rustic Plantry, we believe that simplicity is not just a style, it's a way of life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a breath of simplicity today. Until next time, stay grounded, stay rustic.